Hello everyone. Today's my presentation topic is the illusion of independence in Petals of the Blood by Gugi Thiongo. These are my academic and presentation detail. The hypothesis is Petals of the Blood argues that African independence failed because political freedom did not dismantle colonial economic structure. Instead, it enabled the rise of a neo-colonial elite that continued the exploitation of peasant and workers. So, the research question is: how does Petals of the Blood portray the failure of post-independence Africa? In this novel, we all know about Petals of the Blood and Gugiwa Thiongo. So, I am not introduced both, but in the novel, argue that political independence it not bring true liberation. So, colonial system of exploitation were placed by corrupt African. In a way, that elite African take a place of former colonial power. And so here, the Gugi serve as both a literary work and a revolutionary critic of the failure of independence in Africa. Historical background. Kenya gained independence in 1963. So the Mau Mau struggle fought for the land and freedom. For the behind the fight of these people's expectation are the return the land of the peasant, economic empowered, and the end of racial and class oppression. So instead of these, the reality is the power shifted to African elite, and for foreign corporation remain influential. In a way, foreign companies still control major industry. Through this, Gugi writes here from this historical disappointment and reflecting the gap between promise and reality. Ilmorg is a symbol of post-independence Africa. Here in the novel, first Ilmorg shows as the ruler village, but it later becomes commercialized and industrialized. So this development is not a benefit for villager, but it for benefits for businessmen and foreign investors. So through Ilmorg's transformation, Gugi shows that how modernization creates inequality instead of progress. Neocolonialism and betrayal of the Mau Mau ideals. In after the independence, black elites becomes the new oppressors. So here, writer suggests that independence lead to neocolonialism, means for elite power, elite class people become a powerful and take a place of former colonization. In a way, instead of direct colonial rule, foreign power control the economy indirectly. These leaders collaborate with international corporations. So, in this novel, a character of Abdullah represent a freedom fighter. After independence, he is poor and forgotten, but he is corrupted by businessmen. So these contrasts highlighted the betrayal of revolutionary ideas. Then a rise of corrupt African bourgeoisie. Character like Kimeria, Chui, and Mizigo represents corruption, greed, and exploitation, and the new African elites. They use education and political connection to exploit other instead of serving the nation. So here, Gogiwa Thiongo critiques the emergence of bourgeoisie, a class that mirror colonial oppression, and he describes these as a betrayal of the people. So the betrayal is the central of the failure of independence. Then capitalism and class division. Ilmore transformation introduced capitalism, bars and braveries, land and industrial labor. As Ilmore grow, there is open bars and breweries and all this. So worker are underpaid while owner profit. So character of Karega's political awakening and highlight class struggle. So here Karega's character highlight the Marxist idea of the novel, and he recognizes that independence did not dismantle capitalism. So through this character, Gugi suggests that without economic restructuring, independence cannot succeed. So political freedom without economic justice is incomplete. Then education is a colonial continuity. So education in the novel is not liberate people, and instead of empowering student to transform society, so here mental colonization continue even after political independence. And in a way, religion and hypocrisy appears through Munira's character. So through this, Gugi suggests that religion becomes a tool of maintaining social order rather than promoting liberation. Then Vanja is the nation as a woman. So here in this novel, Vanja represents Kenya's trajectory. She has hope and hope, but after suffering, she choice to become a prostitute. So these way, it represent she represent nation for forced and moral compromise by economic hardship. Fire is a symbol of revolution. So the burning of brothel is a crucial symbolic moment. So here fire represents anger and destruction. So here Gugi implies that when exploitation continue, a revolution becomes inevitable. And disillusionment with Uhuru. So the word mean Uhuru is freedom, but in this novel, freedom is not appears as a reality. It appears as a political freedom, not as a economic or social justice. So concludes. So in the conclusion, petals of the blood represent independence as a betrayal of national idealism. Political freedom did not bring economic justice, and neo-colonialism replaced colonialism. So these way Gugi calls for deeper transformation of economy, social and moral. These are my references, and thank you. If you guys have any question, feel free to ask.
So, Khushi, my question is, how is Marxism reflected in the novel?
So, in this novel, basically, society is divided in between rich and poor class. So, rich leader become corrupted, and poor villagers become become poor. So, this way, it reflects Marxism, and also, as I mentioned, Karega's character of Karega, he is aware about exploitation. So so these way Marxism reflect in the novel. So in a way, through this Gugi highlight that not political freedom is important, but also economic and social justice is also important as a free after independence.
Kushi, my question is, why does Gugi question the meaning of Uhuru?
So here the word, as I mentioned, Uhuru means freedom. So freedom in the Africa, people are still under the colonialism after, even after independence. So here Gugi highlight that economic and social independence is more important. So here Gugi question that does Africa independence or still under the colonize. So this way here Gugi question the meaning of Uhuru. Thank you. This is from my side.